What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Ruko R299 power station. This can be found on Amazon, and if we take a little gander at the specs, we see it's a 330 watt out power station with 288.6 watt hours, and we're going to figure out the rest once we open her up, because 60 watt USB and CPAP. New item. If we're going to go ahead and open this thing up, we'll remove this flap, and then this flap. Some nice styrofoam here. The flimsy stuff. Have our user manual. Looks pretty like a pretty decent user manual too. Pull this thing out. Oh, I was expecting to need to use some oomph, but it's pretty lightweight. We initially already see our wireless charging. Can't wait to try that out. And here we are. Now, as far as specs go, I'll just freeze frame here on the box, and you can pause and get into the nit grit there. Now, while I usually show the specs on the unit because they're more specific, because the box, you know, sometimes they have a few typos that might work out in their favor. Check this out. Under type R299, and then battery capacity. I guess the box is a little more accurate in this case. One thing I do want to highlight is that this does not sport a LiFePO battery at all. This is a lithium-ion battery, so be awares. We go inside this box here, open it up. Another flap and some more styrofoam. Oh, wait, it slides out. Slides out. I'm gonna need two hands. Here we are. I don't expect much of a charge in this thing. I'm sure it'd be pretty lightweight, so we're not looking for a heavy gauge wire or anything, but we do have the power brick, the power cable, and we have ourselves a healthy cigarette charger. So not too bad there. Taking a walk around this thing, let's just go for a walk. First off, we see it's a lot going on with the front. We're gonna come back to that. We have a wireless charger on the front. On the side here is, oh my god, it's another output. I'm getting excited for real. Oh my goodness. Then we have the flashlight on the back. I mean, this is coming right off reviewing that brand new Jackery, which was such a disappointment. Again, probably software related, but anyway, we have some nice bumpers here. I'm surprised they aren't blue, but they will get dirty fast, so now I actually get the black. That makes sense. So let's start on the left side of this bad boy. 330 watts. We have a DC out in 2 DC 5. Is it 55210, 221, 5522? Regardless, they got the auxiliary charges on there, 2 of them. Then we have our nice little screen here. We have 4 USB ports, 3 of which are USB-A's and 1 USB-C. We have this Anderson solar input port here, and then we have another solar input, or you could probably use solar for that, or maybe just that cigarette lighter, because that's obviously what slips into there, which in hindsight for that Jackery, that's probably what that was. But it didn't come with the cord, so we wouldn't know. And on top, we find a collapsible handle with a decent rubber grip to cushion the weight of this bad boy. Ergonomics aren't perfect on this thing. It still kind of is not all that comfortable, but it's better than just hard plastic. And you have your wireless charging pad here. All in all, I'm liking what I'm seeing from this little unit. I don't like that it's not LiPo 4. That's going to hurt this thing a lot, because who's buying non-LiPo 4 units in this day and age when you could find an EcoFlow River 2 for $100 with a 5-year warranty? But I digress. Let's get into turning this thing on. It's at 50%. We are going to go ahead and charge this up. It's a regular old, I forgot what these screens were even called, but it's no flicker. And the angles are terrible. Up here from a regular eye view, you see a whole bunch of stuff you can't make out really what it's saying. Got to come down a little bit to get the nice angle, and you see that. So we're going to go ahead and charge this up, and we're going to see what it reads. If it reads in minutes and hours, or is it just hours, and when it's under an hour, it starts getting into points and all of that. And we're going to see how fast it charges. Let's go. All right, now we start. It's been a while since I reviewed one of these lower end models. Okay, so the AC in actually goes into the DC input. So that's going to limit, that's up to 26 volts. So that's going to limit the charge rate severely on this thing. We see we're stuck at 50 watts in. And so that's going to take over 3 hours to get to 100% for 165 watt hours. Whew. Let's go ahead. Wait, what was the AC input on this thing? It doesn't say. Well, I'm testing right now to see if it can charge up and then also, discharge at the same time, which it can because I'm charging the phone I'm using to record this, and it's 11 watts into my phone and still 50 watts in. So at least we have that. All right, it's 9:40 p.m. We're going to start this parasitic drain test. We're at 100. I'm going to turn the AC on. So you see AC out is active. And we'll come back in 12 hours to see where we're at. All right, it is 9:40 a.m. Let's go ahead and turn this, well, not turn it on, but wake it up. It does look very much off, though. It looks completely graveyard here. Let's go ahead and see, though. It is on, and 96% after 12 hours. Not too bad. I mean, it is a baby inverter, but not too bad. All right, so now we're going to run we're using the dehumidifier, so we can do a combination of a capacity test with this thing and also just to see what it can handle, because this generally uses about 300 watts out, maybe 400 if the compressor kicks on. So let's go ahead and turn the AC on. All right, which was the thing after our 12-hour parasitic drain test, I did notice that the AC out was off, and so because this doesn't have app support, we can't tell this not to time out. So it times out after a certain amount of time, and running after 12 hours, it still dropped at 4%. All right, so that's up. Let's turn this on. Yep, overload. All right, well, almost. Almost. We see it can do almost the 330 watts, so there's that. Okay, it's taken me a while to try to find something that can do at least 100 watts on here. I bought this light, started about 2, but I said no, 100 watts is good enough, and it's not producing 100 watts. So now I'm gonna hook a fan that has another outlet on it, so I'm gonna hook this fan up to it and run that on high turbo. And so let's go ahead. So we're gonna plug this in. All right, plug this in as well. Yeah, there we go. Turn the AC on. All right, now turn this bad boy on. There we go. Let that be light. Make sure it's on high. There we go. On always. Turn on this fan. There we go. It's on turbo, and now we're at 114 watts, 15, 17, yes, and climb. Let's turn on the oscillations, and maybe that'll make it do more. All right, so there we go. All right, so this test should last 2 to 3 hours. We're running is reading 96 watts out, even though this is saying 127. So there's a thing, and I generally find this to be fairly accurate. Sometimes there's a little discrepancy, but not this big. All right, well, we'll come back when this test is done, and we'll see what she reads. All right, as we come into the home stretch here, I just wanted to highlight that it does not give you like a countdown timer to tell you that it has, oh, this many minutes left before the battery is dead, which is always nice to have that. All right, we are all tapped out now. You see it showing 0%. I'm surprised it even shows that. Let's get it charged back up, and let's go ahead and plug this in. All right, so that test lasted 2 hours and 58 minutes. Let's go to function here. And we used 263 watt hours. That's 91%. Not bad, not bad. All right, to test the solar charging, I came up with this. Now, I could use solar panels for this because I'm sure it doesn't take that much in, but this will also do the job. Let's plug it in and see what she does. And instantly she starts charging up, capping off at 51 watts in. Next up, let's test the light. Turn it off by just pushing this button. Now it's on, and that is it. There are no other SOS or no other settings. It's just on and off. Now, the output of this USB-C says it will do 60 watts. I'm going to gamble and plug this into my MacBook, and we'll see what happens. It's charging. Let's see. Oh, it just peaked at 30. It went to 30, 29. Let's open it up and see if that makes a difference. And as far as my MacBook is saying, it's displaying the charge signal. I saw it get to 35, so that's pretty much where it taps out for the MacBook. So, what do I think of the Ruko R299? I think it's great. I think you should buy it right now. No, I'm not going to say that. They did send me this. That's free. I just went on Amazon because I forgot how much it costs. To see what this thing costs, it's $299. And right now, if you purchase it, you get $30 off. Yeah. No. Who's buying this? Now, listen. They did send me this, and I don't care. They obviously want me to say that this is fantastic. But let's go take a look at the Amazon store and see what you can get for $299. But before we do that, let's remember, light has one flash. I don't care about flashlights, but if you're gonna have one, it should do SOS and different, intensities. It has one port. It is 3-pronged though, so I'll give them that. It's quiet, but it should be at this size. As far as the display goes, it doesn't tell you anything, how much time you have remaining to it's on empty or how much time you have remaining to this charge. There's no app support. It's charging max is 50 watts in from AC and 51 watts in from DC, which is funny. USB-C 60 watts. And I think I've said enough. Oh, how could I forget? It's lithium ion. It's not LiFePO 4. It's lithium ion. Now let's go look at Amazon. So here we are on Amazon, and we're taking a look at the Ruko R299. It's $299. $299 to go with the $299. And look at these reviews. Look at them. Just stellar. 5-star from Wets. The portable power station is great. A must buy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So with these specs, all right, let's go just take a look at this Bluetti EB3A that does 600 watts out. Actually has a full color display that gives you a time frame that charges way more than 50 watts and has two AC ports, a USB-C 100 watts. This thing is $198 if you have Prime. They ignore the $299. But even if it was $299, which one are you getting? $198 on Prime. I had to log out so you don't see all my personals, but it's $198. Let's take a gander at this River 2, which I prefer. This is $179. Okay, can also do 600 watts out at 256 watt hours. Has excellent app support. Okay, $179 there. And then we have this Bluetti from their website, AC2A, for also $179. I don't know what 600 watts lifting power means. What does that mean? But it's also cheaper. Okay, so, and these are all LiFePO 4. Right? This is also LiFePO 4. Okay? This too, LiFePO 4. This lithium ion. Why on earth would anybody recommend this? This company going to get this video and be so mad at me, but I don't care. I'm sick of these companies. And let's get something straight so you know. I don't like Bluetti. I hate Bluetti, and I really hate EcoFlow. I hate them all, but they make the better products, you know? So, anyway, let's give this an eco score. All right, for price, the Ruko 299 gets a 1. It's 299. It's ridiculous. For weight, it is really light. I mean, it doesn't have much going on with it. So there you go. There, we'll give it a 5. Performance, 300 watts. I don't think none of the big three like main competitors that are actually cheaper than this thing do anything less than 500 something watts, and I'll give this a 1. Efficiency, I mean, it's quite efficient, but it turns off the AC port. But what if I don't want it to turn that off? Which goes back to, that's probably a features thing, but efficiency, yeah, we'll give it a 4. Let's be kind of generous, okay? Because that is quite efficient. As far as features go, it has, a wireless charging pad, which is good for it to be such a small thing. But it has one outlet. I'm going to say it has pretty decent ports and stuff. I don't like the one AC, but we'll give it a 4 there because you can always put a little splitter on it. Now, in terms of charge rate, 1. As for warranty, it has a 2-year warranty, so 2. Value, we don't give zeros out here, but the lithium ion in and of itself is a problem, and it gets a 1 for a grand total of 19, the lowest score probably ever. I said that last time with the Jackery, but this is taking the cake. Thanks for watching.